welcome back to my channel where sometimes I react to stuff, sometimes I do spooky stuff, and today we're gonna marry those two because we're gonna react to Chris coming to my house. We're literally where we were hanging out. A lot of stuff happens in this room. On my birthday, on Friday there, I had some friends over from elementary school, and we did some seancing stuff, and did terrifying things happen in my house? Yes. Have terrifying things been happening ever since that night? Yes, big video coming of me alone in my own haunted house, and it was terrifying, and things that I didn't expect to happen, but that's fine, because today we're gonna react to Chris being here, because I wish that Chris was here to go through this with me. That's okay. Chris came to my house. Okay, the video is amazing. I'm gonna put it in the description box below. Go and watch it. It's gonna blow your mind. You've probably already seen it. Let's go. Oh my god, I can't.
Is this one of the house's usual ghosts?
I'm kidding. Oh my god, I can't with it. Oh my god.
Only good things are left and will we speak.
Get out. Get out. Yeah, nothing like being told to get out of your own house when it's like, hi, do you know how much money I had to pay to live here? I can't go. I don't have anywhere to go. But yes, Chris actually did some really funny stuff. We put her in the crawl space of my house, but that was just the intro. That was just the intro, and I'm already scared that I'm gonna be sleeping here alone again tonight.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Kallmekris. Did you hear that? What was that? Hello, everybody. That terrifying ghostie was Celina Spooky Boo, aka my best friend, aka she sees ghosts.
Ew.
Yeah. I'm so happy to have her on the channel. We're also sitting in her dwelling, in her home, which is so fucking haunted. She lives on 50 acres of haunted land.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
No neighbors to hear us scream.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. You guys might know what's gonna happen. I'm scared. Are you scared?
Honestly, yeah. I wasn't before, and now we're here, and the candles have already been weird, so yeah, let's do it. So, fun little fact about this house. You know how when you go to a house to see it, the people who live there aren't there, and you just go through with your realtor and you see the house. Well, the people who lived here were here, which fine, whatever. So then we bought the house and we came for a walkthrough, and we came inside and they're like saying their hellos, and then out of nowhere they go, by the way, it's not haunted. No one brought this up. No one brought it up, and I didn't it had been years since I tuned into my gift, so I didn't feel the vibe. Just, it is such an immaculate vibe here that I didn't really notice all of the other little feelings that had happened. So we noticed that. So when we moved in, the very first day things were happening, and things are very on and off. But I've gotten to know a couple of the spirits in my house. But there is a new guy, really interesting. You'll get to know him in my next haunted house video. But yeah, I never wanted to live in a haunted house. I like going to haunted places. I don't want to live in a haunted place.
Ultimately, your soul has planned to be here as much as yours has. You both plan to interact in this lifetime and have a certain story or lesson together and share that with whoever wants to share your experience, which is basically the world.
So that was a cool thing. We actually, Valerie, the intuition witch, she's someone who years and years ago, before TikTok and stuff happened, I was just kind of soul searching, wanting to figure out who I was, the path that I was on, if anything was going to come true. This is a time when I was so in debt, probably more in debt than any of y'all have ever been, hopefully. And she said, one day everybody's gonna be looking at you and you're gonna do well with cash. All of these things are gonna happen. I'm like, there's no way that this is about me. There's no way. I was gonna have fans and stuff and followers, and it came true. She was right. Chris and I had asked her if we were friends in a past life. Did we know each other? Were we friends? And she said, yes, your souls plan to be here at the same time, and they've probably been together at different times. Because something that Chris and I say is we're very, I don't know, connected. I'm gonna say right now.
I mean, I've seen it firsthand with Celina. We've literally walked into the Winchester mansion, and she was ill the entire, and then she would walk out and be completely fine.
This is sitting here and it is very weird. I feel I'm gonna throw up and
I'm freezing in here.
So that was another thing that we talked about before Chris came. So Chris gets migraines. I don't. And a couple days before Chris came, I got this really bad migraine. And as a lot of people know, I've talked really lightly on the subject, but I do have some heart issues. And ever since moving into this place, I definitely have had a rise in health issues. And we had kind of asked her, can ghosts really hit on, creating these atmospheres? Because Chris was here, she was having dreams about here, she was feeling off. And when I was with Sam and Colby and Chris at the Winchester Mystery House, I 100% was so ill. I was in there and they had barf bags in there. So it was a similar occurrence. It just happened all the time there.
I think I might have actually mentioned this in one of your readings one time. I can't remember, but I swear to God, it's like part of your purpose here.
To collect dead people?
Well, to actually adopt them from the afterlife. I think just you knowing and having that connection to the other side, part of it is your gift growing and expanding and just creating awareness sometimes to a spirit on the other side. And then you having your knowledge of the fact that, you know, they're dead and you're the one living.
Yeah.
Sometimes that kind of transfers over to them. And then they cross over.
So that was interesting. Chris brought up this funny story. Hold on. I collect dead people. I have over 10,000 photos of dead people, and Chris was pointing out how weird that is, which it is totally weird. But the psychic said that, like, there's no one here to remember them, and people who haven't passed over might be able to do that through me, which, you know, would definitely make sense on why I'm exhausted. And it also kind of points out that maybe I should stop bringing dead people and dead people stuff into my house, and then maybe I wouldn't have so many issues. Yeah, I'm connecting the dots.
Gay vibes up in this area.
I do.
Oh, they said gay vibe.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
I hear it, I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Taylor just like spins real fast.
Yeah, my words just don't work sometimes. It's as simple as that.
I tried sleeping in here once, and I took all the dogs to bed, and I was laying on, I had a mattress that fits between here, and I was laying here, and I heard what, you know when your dog dreams, like, I heard that, and I'm like, oh, it's Molly, and then I like, because I remembered I am alone, and then I like made sure I was awake, and then right when I sat up, stopped.
Yeah, we were talking about ghost stories and the things that had kind of happened here. And, you know, to start, it was very slow. And I remember Chris and I were here and we were doing a reaction video and we were in the bedroom, which she actually stayed in last time. And we were recording and someone fully knocked on the door. And she was closest to the door and she knew the sound. And we opened the door and there's literally nobody out there. So honestly, every single time that Chris has been here, she has had a paranormal experience. There really isn't anyone at this point who hasn't come into my house and had some kind of experience. Maybe just my dad. I don't think nope, my dad did at Christmas. We had a seance on Christmas Day. Your family might have a gift swap. We talked to the dead. But yeah, at this point, you can't turn equipment on without it going off. It's starting to freak me out a little bit. There's a candle on right down there, right now. And there. And there. They're not on a timer.
Everyone knocks their heads off this wall. There's 2 cross spaces on either side that are terrifying. And there's like a little hidden...
Yeah. Stay tuned. We might go into these crawl spaces alone.
I'm not sure if this is something you might be aware of or not, but doors are actually portals. Great. Energetically. Having so many in one room. Yeah, I can understand why there's a lot of activity up here. Yeah. I hope you, God forbid, don't have any mirrors in here.
oh.
That's a fatty with a fatty.
Yeah, so this room actually directly through this door right here is the room that she's talking about. And it's very weird. It has slanted ceilings. It has 3 different cubby holes and 2 doors. And there's just such a weird vibe in there. I've tried to nap in there and I literally cannot nap in there. It's just such a feeling of people, like it feels like a train station. I think that's the only way that I can explain it. Chris stayed in there the first time she stayed here and she was like, yeah, it's a weird place. Oh, this is a bad feeling. It was a really strange series of events. Valerie had left. We were standing with her outside in the driveway and I started getting this like pinchy chest feeling. And I came inside and somehow the dog gate got open and Gucci had gotten outside, which has never happened. And like everything was closed. Like it just didn't make sense. And we checked my blood pressure and it was 196 over 126. So we took a trip in. I started having just honestly a bit of a panic attack, which is to be expected when you start freaking about your health. But the one thing that I want to say is Chris came and Chris stayed and she came to the Emerge and she took really good care of me and I'm really thankful to have such a good friend. But once we were all checked out by doctors and everything started to like seem like it was better, I was so ready to continue with the investigation.
pressure was insane.
Yeah.
Like, it was like we asked a doctor before I went to the hospital, and they're like, "Go to the hospital."
Yeah.
But we're back now,
and I'm not dead.
Okay. And she said she's okay to film the video. I was like,
I'm just
"We don't
dancing."
have to do this, but she's fucking
I'm
crazy.
gonna talk to the dead. Now it's
I was like
definitely
close to the
middle
dead.
of night,
It is.
So spooky stuff is gonna happen.
So what do you want to start with first?
Is this one of the house's usual ghosts?
The music box.
I can't with this shit, bro.
I told you my house is funky. What was that?
Dude, what the? Is anybody
Just thumps like someone's walking.
This has no floor above it. This is ceiling.
That was a cross space. Yeah, so the walking, where we heard walking, is actually behind this camera. There's a cross space door opening. Again, it's like every room in this house has a weird door in it, and it goes on top of there, and there's nothing, there's no access point. There's nothing up there, but you could fully hear like somebody was right above us, which was super weird.
Is there a spirit here that wants to speak to Chris?
There always is, isn't there?
If you are a spirit who is actually connected to Chris,
Like, what's the chance that like it waits till you're done answering, asking questions? Go be with it.
My
Go.
haircut right now. If it was my grandma.
Her grandma. Verified.
You hate my hair, and please. Oh, she's impartial. Oh, she's impartial? Okay, she's impartial. Okay, she'll take it or leave it.
what is with the mountains?
Dude,
I love when ghosts have
it's so
humor.
quick, too.
My dad's
It
mom
really was
came
quick.
through on Christmas, and it was like, this house, I honestly feel like it being in the middle of the country, it's like a weird porterly, like the way it's laid out, it's a weird house.
I have a hospital band on.
Like different energy, different temperatures, and I feel like this is the best place to like bring people in.
Talking and it's not going on.
Right. That's so
Right when she talks, it
Weird,
starts
bro.
So this property it's very unique. So we kind of found out, if you watched my first video, that this was a dump and a swamp. We literally have a lazy river and a pond and all these things, and like it holds so much energy. And then we're surrounded by just really dense forest. And this house is here, you can't see like any other houses, and it just feels different here. And like I said, I've been to so many haunted places at this point. I've been on tons of investigations. I've met so many people. I've done so many things that weren't filmed. Like my first book, The Home Reader, that one was me and the paranormal cases that I've worked on. Yes, I've seen more like demonic hauntings and stuff like that, but a generally haunted poltergeist activity, residual energy, I have never felt so much as I do in this place. And I don't know. Because when I came and I walked through this place, the fact that I was so blind to it, it seems impossible to me. Impossible. So something isn't adding up. Was something blinding me from seeing what's going on here? It's not bad. I never want to move. I love this place. The energy here is great, other than this new little spirit thing I have going on. But I'm going to deal with that. It is possible to move things on, especially when they're not like tied. You know?
This is where people walk around. This is where the candles turn all the time. I have been on lives where you literally hear people walking around up here.
Dude, that thing is so far away. And like the camera, no shadows are on it. Like when
I can't believe I'm standing right here, right now, where this happened. Like, my God.
If you're an adult ghost, can you beep? If you're an inhuman ghost, don't ask that.
stop, Celina. Celina.
Are you?
No.
We're good.
We're good.
I'm trying to move the candle with my mind.
No!
Quiz. What was that?
She's a witch.
It did. From that way.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that came from out the doorway.
Finish one shit.
Oh,
He literally pissed.
he's just pissing. He's just pissed on the
I
door.
literally called it. I said it would be so funny if we went to shit out.
Eddie gets fixed, neutered tomorrow, okay? The spirit of testosterone in this dog is unbelievable, and I'm at my breaking point, but I love him. But honestly, he is haunting this house.
That thing's been on for like 15 minutes. What the
We've done it there since and nothing.
It's like a stand. It's hard because in your eye you start like picturing what.
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's like you're so in tune, more in tune than you know. Now, like if you were to hone in and like see in your mind's eye what you think this is.
I feel like I'm being taunted right now. Like I feel like somebody's playing with me, not necessarily like in an evil way. It keeps changing.
Like I want to go
what's
turn
freaking
it
me
off
out.
and turn it on, but like I'm like afraid to approach.
He felt sick. He didn't want to approach.
He's like,
And Eddie got terrified. We tried to get him to go see it.
I don't like this, like, bro.
I went after that, and we went and we turned it off. But we asked Eddie to go towards it. And I kind of pushed Eddie over towards it, and he turned around and he was just like ears back, tail down. He didn't bark, but he was terrified. And it's strange because like none of my other dogs really react, but Eddie's connected on a different level.
Now Taylor, when you slept in here, you spent a lot of time sleeping in here.
Yeah.
What did you experience the most?
It was actually that door out of all of them.
It was all a dream.
Here, like it just wants to get out. Whatever it is.
Bro.
We put her in there.
Oh my god, every time I click. Oh, it was so quiet. I don't think the camera could pick it up. It was like right here. It was like this. Okay, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay.
She opens the door with this. That's what nightmares are made.
I don't know. I have a thing with puppets. I really have a thing with puppets. And I've tried to make it work in every single way. Hold on. Don't acknowledge him.
You not? Literally exactly what Taylor was talking about. It was like a... Right behind me. Right behind me.
Oh, against that side, like the roof, like out towards the house.
Yes, and I pointed it out in the video too.
Apparently this room is a portal. Maybe something was just trying to like come through.
Just like, hey, Chris, I'm a demon. Do you want to be friends? This is what I envision. Okay, let's just envision that the inhuman spirit in my life is this guy. Is it you? Okay, chill. I can feel the viewership dwindling. Maybe you should go. No, it's okay. I don't know why I like puppets. Can you do that again? Can the camera see that? The frog statue, I caught it with my eyes. Welcome to my house.
It's gonna be like throwing a hot dog down the hallway after this one. Oh god, it's a baby.
I want to throw it back. Oh, it didn't like that.
I'm so spooked.
About the babies.
Oh, there's 2 candles on there now.
They've been up there for so long.
Took them away.
We were offending them with our baby dolls.
Are these dolls haunted?
Chris is gonna explain a lot of things. Is there anyone here who wants to talk to us?
I'm so ooped right now.
Creature.
Oh.
Creature. Great.
Creature, are you human?
I don't know.
Well, apparently this house is a portal, and a lot of things come through here. And there's a lot of people tied to the land and not tied to the land.
Trapped.
So you're trapped on the land. So you passed away here? Am I gonna die here?
Again.
Again? I'm gonna die here again? Wait, has my spirit been here before? I'm gonna start putting on my REM pod while I do stuff because it's just spooky up in this bitch.
Have I been here before?
I'm dying.
I was in the hospital tonight.
Possession.
I was getting scared at this point, to be honest.
Nothing here is allowed to possess anyone. We all have very high energy.
You gotta set strict intentions
around us at any time.
That was something really interesting that we learned the next night when we were at Real Treats. The psychic, the intuition witch Valerie, she told me, like, I'm different, which is weird. Like, I don't need to, like, I am protection. Like, things can't get inside of me. But, like, I feel things. I'm very empathic. But, like, it was such an interesting talk. But, like, at this point, after being at the hospital, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was getting freaked out.
Oh, sounded like Celina. Come with me.
We won't come with you. You're on a different plane of existence as us.
Underground.
We're not going underground. Where are you on the property?
Oh, I was like determined, so like in the forest. I just, the physical spirits that I've seen in this house and on this property are the man who I do consider to be Leroy. I have seen 2 indigenous people along the tree line. 2 men, an older man and a younger man. And I've seen a beautiful woman. I haven't seen her face on, but she's like in a white linen nightgown. I've seen her in the meadow and I've seen her go in my bedroom. But ever since I purchased a certain ring, I had an idea of the energy that was attached to it, which was verified by the psychic. And it is of a priest, like a black with the white thing, very angry man. And that is who's currently messing around, I think. And that's the energy that I think was actually trying to communicate with me this night. I think it's why I was feeling so sick.
Ooh, I didn't like that. Ew, I gotta stop.
Okay, yeah, what did it say?
It literally, there was like a voice that went like, death. Dude, I don't like that. Some of it was so clear. And it was so weird. I couldn't hear anything you were saying. So there was like a female one that was like, I noticed every time I was like,
she's the one who wanted to go to the light.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
Yep.
I don't remember what I was saying, but it was mostly positive, and then literally everything negative was in a male voice.
That was the exact same at the other time, the Estes method in the tub. There was this male voice who was gross, and he was just like, no, and stay. And
yeah.
But Leroy has let us know, like, don't worry about him. He's such a low-level spirit. The other spirits are, like, in a different plane where he has control over them. So whoever that was, she was like, I want help. I'm like, there's a light. Do you see a light? And it's like she kept almost seeing it, but then he kept coming through. Anything that we connected to tonight, we only can ever carry with us things that are good and things that are light. Anything that is negative or to bring us down will never be with us. You will always be banished from these premises, and our energy and our vibration is too high for you to ever connect to. Tonight, you are not allowed to connect to any one of us, be an attachment to any one of us, or follow us anywhere. Our connection with all and any of you right now ends.
Thank you for being on my channel.
Thank you for coming to hunt my ghost house. And I'm like, it's great. Like, I'm not like in a great mood now, but
it's fine. We went to the hospital. We found ghosties. It was an epic video, and we're gonna go do something very similar on her channel very soon.
So this was, I'm really thankful that Chris came. I love any time that Chris comes here. I just wish she should just come and live in my cabin, which we need to do a whole ghost hunting thing on that cabin, because something that didn't make it into the videos was the psychic saying, I want to bring this place to the ground. Not my house, the cabin, luckily. So Valerie, please don't burn my cabin down. There's a lot going on here. If there are any YouTubers that you think should come and ghost hunt my house, please let me know. I love gathering more and more information and learning more about the ghosties. But all in all, don't forget my book is out and the new You're the Shit palette is out. And don't forget to subscribe, okay? Because we're friends and that's great. Until next time. Stay spooky.